Right guys, welcome back to the Crystal Palace career mode. So as you can see, we're still in the month of July. I think the big goal today is to reach our first league game against Everton, and I think it's going to be another episode really just of transfers. If we look at the team again, obviously a few positions which still need improved and backups and all that sort of stuff, so let's just get straight into it, and I'll be right back when there's some transfer news. So Wayne Hennessy has been sold from the last episode. We've an offer here for Sam Woods. Sam, you're dead, Woods, to be honest. We don't really need you, so we're going to start listing some players here to buy. We've got 37 million, and first off, I want a replacement for Benteke. I want a backup striker, but also want a cam to change the formation. I want to change to a 4-4-1-1, and in order to do that, we're going to need a cam. So let's go and look for a big signing that we can bring in. So this would be a big signing. It would cost us a lot of money, but we may have to take that risk. It would be slightly annoying that we only get to make 2 signings if this goes through, but we'll try our best to see what we can do here. We're gonna go in for Gylfi Sigurdsson, boys. So let's start with an offer. He's worth 23 million. Now they're probably gonna look upwards towards 40. We're going to offer a cheeky wee 25 million and see what he says. Are they going to negotiate? Are they going to walk out? I don't want to pay too much, and I still want to have a bit left over. Obviously we've still got a few more players to sell. Yeah, they want 35. That ain't happening, boys. We can't... Well, I mean, technically we can't afford it, but it's just too much. Let's remove the selling clause. Let's drive a hard bargain. 27.5. What they saying? 29.6. I'm not against that, you know. I'm not against that. I might try and get it down to 29 flat. And Marco Silva agrees. Gylfi Sigurdsson is hopefully going to be on his way to Crystal Palace. So we're back in the office for this negotiation. Now, obviously, he's going to be a crucial first team player. He's 83 rated. He wants a 3-year contract. We're gonna offer 4, and he'll accept that. No release clause. That's perfect. And we have to do his wages. Now, he's on 105k at Everton. That's a lot. I might offer him like 85k and 150 signing bonus. What will he say to that? He accepts it. Boys, Gylfi Sigurdsson is joining Crystal Palace for 29 million. So here is Gylfi. We're going to have to change his shirt number. Townsend is 10. Now that's interesting. We might change the numbers around a little bit here. Zaha's 11. I might give Sigurdsson 11. We change Zaha to 10. And we'll give Townsend a slightly better... We'll give him 14. I mean, I don't think he needs a really big number, Andros Townsend. Zaha and Sigurdsson, obviously the main boys. So we'll go with that. And let's see, what does that leave us with? Probably not a whole lot. 8 million, so we're going to have to sell some players. But let's go in, and I'll show you what the formation's going to look like. So we changed to 4-4-1-1 with Zaha up top and Sigurdsson at cam, and I guess, you know what, I'm going to take Kuyate off. I want to give the kids a chance, so that's how it's going to look for now. So we've received an offer from Genk for Vicente Gaeta. He's 32, but unfortunately we just don't have the squad depth right now to accept that, and this is another one I'm worried about. At the time I accepted Joe Ward. If Ward goes, that leaves us without a right back. We could throw Martin Kelly in there, but we're looking for a backup striker as well, so we're going to have to be very careful how we spend our money here. And you can see there, Joel Ward has been sold. We only get 2.4 million from that deal. It's not a lot, but 10 million, we might be able to find a right back, but first I want to get a backup striker. Now obviously I was looking at Haaland. He might be someone, if we go into a second season, we could get him in. But I'm looking at this man here, Ben Brereton from Blackburn. Now he actually looks... He's recently joined. I was about to say he looks quite cheap. He's recently joined, so... Yep, that is a massive rip there, boys. We've got a big offer here, boys, from Bournemouth for Andros Townsend. Obviously Arsenal came in for him before, they couldn't get him. Bournemouth, not a chance. We keep accepting offers for Tavares that don't work out, but definitely not going to be letting go of Townsend, one of our best players. And the offers just keep flowing in for this man, Andros Townsend. Rejecting an offer from Villarreal, and as you can see, with the menu change, our first Premier League game is coming up soon. Now this is interesting. We've got an offer for Czech Kuyate. Now I didn't have this man transfer listed, but I'm happy to delegate this. I wouldn't miss him if he left, and I'm happy to put some faith in the youth. So we'll delegate that one and see what happens. So we've got an agreement for the sale of Kuyate, 8.2 million. I'm happy to let him go, so we'll let him negotiate with Torino. We've got the first game coming up, Benteke. I've been in good form lately. Hope you're not going to bench me against Everton. I'll tell him I'll consider it, because I don't want to promise him that we're gonna play. Here you can see press conferences. Obviously we're going to attend the first press conference, so let's get into it. So here we are, our first press conference as the manager of Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace's excellent run of form pre-season has put fans in a state of constant euphoria since your appointment. How does the pre-season impact the squad ahead of their first competitive match? We want to make them happy. We have a lot of quality in this squad. More than I was expecting, to be honest, which is actually true. If we didn't have Zaha, this would have been a whole different story. Can the team remain clear of the lower end of the table this season? Consistency is key, and must be careful. I think consistency is key. It's going to be a bit of a grind, and you know we're not going to aim too high. A top 6 finish would be lovely, but if not, just don't get relegated. After Sigurdsson's acquisition, look, he'll prove he's the right man. He'll be good for the team, but he will prove himself that he'll be the right man. Gylfi knows what the crack is. 29 million, he won't disappoint. Great first press conference, boys. And here's the new man. Gylfi Sigurdsson kicks off the season with his new team, and his first match is against his old team. So here we go, Crystal Palace versus Everton, live from Selhurst Park, and honestly I cannot tell you, Everton have the worst kits to play against Crystal Palace in. Obviously their home kit is blue, so that's a clash. Their away kit's like a salmon colour, which to me clashed slightly with the red. It would have annoyed me in this game. And this is their third kit, which is like a grey slash dark blue kind of colour. Even that is not great, but I guess in the daytime our kit looks a little lighter anyway, which is good. I wouldn't fancy playing this game under the floodlights. At least our away kit is black. I'm not sure if Palace have a third kit this year, but to be honest, one of the reasons I picked Palace was their kits were nice. But here's Schlupp going down the left wing, gets the cross in, far post, Townsend can't get to it, still not cleared, but that's a poor pass. We'll play out the left to Van Aanholt. Meyer takes it in the middle, Milivojevic out to Martin Kelly, who stepped in at right back today after the sale of Joel Ward. He's managed to keep the ball. Sigurdsson, good first strike, almost scored his first goal against his former team. Townsend, that's a poor corner. Here we go with Townsend. Finds Zaha. He's kept the ball well. Townsend, to Meyer. Van Aanholt. I would whip a cross in, but I don't think there's much point. Sigurdsson, fake shot. Milivojevic gets in. Sigurdsson, it's in. 1-0. And the first Premier League goal in the career mode comes from a new signing, and he scores it against his former team on the opening day. That was a grind of a goal, but we got there eventually. Sigurdsson scores 1-0 Palace coming at us now. It's Connolly, it's out to Richarlison, still not away. Delph's picked it up. We get it cleared with Meyer. Here's Sigurdsson, who switches across to Townsend. Zaha out to Schlupp. Can we get a second before half time? Let's play it in. Zaha just can't get there before Pickford, and that will probably be the last action of the first half. We haven't got it cleared properly, but we do now. That was very scrappy. Sigurdsson out to Schlupp. Plays it back in. Zaha should have been 2-0. He was offside anyway. We've got straight back here. Van Aanholt to Schlupp. Loses out. It's a poor pass though. Zaha's picked it up. Meyer. Milivojevic loses it. I was waiting on someone who could shoot like Zaha or Sigurdsson. Now Everton try to attack down the other end. Kelly, good interception. Milivojevic, Sigurdsson, Zaha, he's gone to hit one. He wins a corner. Townsend, better delivery. It's out to Meyer on the edge. He's just tried to volley it there. And Everton just get it out. Keane's got Alice here. He's tried to switch it over to Balassi. He has. And Delph equalises. It's an equaliser for Everton. Not the best piece of defending there. The flick over our defender's head from Moise Keane. And it's actually Fabian Delph who gets a goal, of all people, and they've got the momentum now. Sacco, you need to keep up there. He didn't. It's missed so many people. And Ryan with the save. Clearly we need to invest in some defenders. Okay, so I think now's the time for some changes. I'm going to take Meyer off for Camasara. Or Camarasa, I should say. Now, Do I take Townsend or Schlupp off? Let's take off Schlupp. And I am in two minds of whether to bring Benteke on or not. Maybe not just yet, but there could be a chance we could switch to just lumping the ball into the box, but we'll leave that for another couple of minutes. First chance for Camarasa, and here's the youngster Lokilo. Finds Van Aanholt. It's back to Lokilo. He whips it in. Sigurdsson! It's in! It's a second for Sigurdsson against his old team on his Palace debut, and the youngster Lokilo, who's just come on, makes the difference. Great cross in, spots Sigurdsson at the back post, and he volleys it home past Jordan Pickford. Great goal. 2-1 Crystal Palace. Okay, can we break out here? It's Milivojevic, who all of a sudden has got this injection of pace. Sigurdsson tried to find Townsend, and it didn't quite come off. And we're approaching the 84th minute. We promised some game time to Benteke, so we'll give Zaha a rest. We'll bring the big man on. It's all about holding on now. But if Martin Kelly would make a run forward, that would be brilliant. And it's been a good movement there. Kelly gets it in. Lokilo couldn't get to it. Sigurdsson couldn't get to the second one. But hopefully we've done enough. That should be it, boys. Matty Ryan with a save at the end. Boots it away. That's it. First Premier League game of the season. And it's 3 points. A first game for Gylfi Sigurdsson, just happens to be against his old side, and he bags 2 goals, the only 2 goals for Palace today, and a great start to the season. Really happy with that. What more could you want in your debut? And we've got post-match interviews now, so we're going to get into one of those, so let's go. Here we are, post-match interview. How happy are you with the first win under your belt as Crystal Palace's manager? Honestly, the lads have given me 100%. They have. That's what they've done today. And we didn't even have the morale boost now that I think about it. Sigurdsson has put his name on the score sheet for the first time as a Palace player. What do you make of an amazing debut? Now, he can't offer us. We found our talisman. I mean, that's what we bought him for. Someone. We needed another player on Zaha's level. Coming out of pre-season, we had high hopes that Benteke would be a regular. He's been let down. Was he a pre-season wonder? I mean, I brought him on for the last few minutes. So today was about learning. Exposure was important for Christian. He needs time to learn from his mistakes. Things are different when the season is at stake. We'll get him in someday, but just not today. So, I don't know how this makes sense. I brought you on. I just tell him to keep working hard, but I did bring you on. So, you can't really complain there, Christian. There's another transfer offer we'll accept, but obviously nothing will come out of it. And if we look over on the right here, Sigurdsson scores on his Crystal Palace debut. That's another new thing. That's the screenshot from the match. It's something new FIFA have introduced rather than just a generic photo. So that's nice. Zaha shows his class, of course. So we're looking solid now. But obviously 1 or 2 signings need to come in. I'm looking at backup striker, a right back, and after that, depth players, I think. And there's the email, boys. Czech Kouyaté has been sold to Torino. So that's another big sale. Gives us a little bit more money. That gives us 18 million now. We'll look forward to using that in the next episode. But that is where we're going to end today's episode. And again, another big transfer one. There'll be more transfers in the next episode, but we will look to finish the month of August. I believe we've got 3 more games. Sheffield United, Manchester United and Aston Villa. So we'll get through those 3 games, maybe play 2 and sim 1, something like that. We'll get through those in the next episode. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.